3 Birmingham police stations that are closed, along with a number of office buildings as part of savings being made by West Midlands Police. The force, which has saved £126 million over the last 4 years, has to save a further £20 million in the year ahead.
The main city centre station on Steelhouse Lane, which has been in operation since the late 1800s, is amongst the buildings which will be put up for sale. More now from BBC1's political reporter Elizabeth Glinker.
Side by side, the Commissioner and Chief Constable of the West Midlands Force outlining plans to downsize but protect frontline policing.
I think people expect us to be putting all our efforts into protecting frontline policing service. And if we can do that from fewer buildings and spend less of our money on estate, which is what we're going to be doing, then that's a good thing, I think, for the communities here who expect to see police officers on the street.
West Midlands Police currently operates out of 140 sites across the area, but as part of these changes, a number of those will now close, including this one in central Birmingham. Over the next 2 years, the force will attempt to sell off Steelhouse Lane and its Victorian cell block, along with 2 other stations. Long-term leases on Birmingham offices will not be renewed, with many staff relocated to revamped headquarters. And at the same time, 2 new super custody blocks will be built, one in Sandwell and the other at Perry Bar in Birmingham. The West Midlands Police Commissioner says staff from the closing stations in Aston and Edgbaston will be relocated, perhaps sharing facilities at local schools, supermarkets or churches.
We'll certainly be looking at alternative ways of re-providing the access to the community, so we'll be consulting very carefully with them to ensure that they still have access to policing services in those particular areas, hopefully in a more central way, because both of those buildings have very much moved away from the centre of their communities and are actually quite inconvenient for the local people to actually access.
The total cost of the plans is £24 million, but the force says that the changes will pay for themselves within 5 years and make savings far into the future. Elizabeth Glinker, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.
It's approaching 13 minutes.